Welcome back, everybody. I would like to go ahead and show you guys how to take these keyframes and make them into an action, which then we can put into our pose library. So I've got a series of keyframes, and if I select all my bones, I can see all of the keyframes down here. And what I want to do is I'm going to use this space over here to the left, which is currently a 3D viewport. I want to change that. So I'm going to use my little menu option at the very top left of that window. And I'm going to choose the non-linear animation option. Okay, under the second column, non-linear animation. Go ahead and click that. And that turns this into a window that we can actually see these dots. These dots represent the line of keyframes that we have in our timeline. The line of keyframes that we have in our timeline. So what we're going to do is we're going to make this into an action, which will basically take our keyframes and make them more permanent into a group of keyframes called an action. And so when we start making other keyframes like a run cycle, it won't get rid of the walk cycle keyframes. So to make this into an action, all we need to do is we need to click on this little button right here. If I hover over it, it'll say push down action. If we push down, it creates a group, basically a container for these keyframes to exist in. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And it's going to give me a container here. This is my action. And now notice all of my keyframes are gone, but they're not really gone. They're just inside this little container. If I place my cursor over here in the what we call the NLA editor, and I hit the tab key to go into edit mode, you'll see that I now see all of my keyframes here, and I can edit those keyframes if I need to. But if I don't, then I'm just going to keep it right into my action here. I want to probably rename this action, and so I can do that if I hit my N key. That brings up, I'm also going to widen this a little bit so I can actually see what I'm doing here. It gives me a bunch of options here that I can use. Well, number one, why don't we just go ahead and rename. This is the NLA track, and I'm going to name this walk. And you'll notice when I do this, it renames over here. And I can also name this walk as well. Okay, and that's really not going to change anything here other than what I'm looking at. And then down here under Rig Action 001, I already have one from a while ago. So this is going to probably rename mine as something else. I'll just rename this the walk. Okay. Oh, yep. Okay, good. It kept it. So I put walk here for the name of the active track, walk for the active strip, and walk for the action clip. And notice what it did here. It named walk when I changed the action clip to walk. All right. This is great. So this is perfect. This is exactly what we want. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add these keyframes to my pose library. Here, Rig Action 001. Yours probably not going to have the 001 because I've already got a few different things in there. And I've already been playing with it, so I have one called Walk. So I'm not going to use that. That will mess things up if I try to reuse an action that I've already used before. So I'm going to go ahead and just leave it as Rig Action 001. And what we will find here is that I have a pose library in my armature settings preferences over here on the right hand side. And in my pose library, I will see that same list of actions. So if I choose my Rig Action 001, I will see different poses. So I have frame 0 pose, frame 5 pose, frame 10 pose, and so on. What I would like to do is I'd like to rename these. Okay, so first off, let's just go ahead and let's call this walk action, just so I know exactly what it is. Okay, and I want to use a different name than any other thing in here. And then if I double click on here, I'm going to name this, just so I know which poses they are. I'm going to name that, let's do left forward. Okay, and if I hit the tab key, it'll take me down to the next one. And this is my pass. Okay, so in frame 5, that's a pass pose. So I'm going to use, that's my right foot pass. The right foot is passing the left foot that is down on the ground. So I'm going to call this right pass. Okay, hit the tab key and let's go down. This will be the contact of the right foot. So it'll be right forward, or we can say right contact if you want to. However you want to do this. This is fun, totally up to you. And then this will be my left pass, so L pass. Now this last one I really don't need because it's exactly the same as the first one. So I'm going to go ahead and delete it. So just highlight it and delete. Okay, now I have four groups of keyframes here. What I'm going to do with these is then, now that I have, notice that when I created my action, the timeline became empty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these to create a new timeline. And I want to start making a run cycle. So with a run cycle is very similar to a walk cycle, just more animated. So I'm going to start with my left foot forward here, and I'm going to add that as a keyframe. Okay, so here's my right foot forward. But if I go to right side view, let's make this look like a run. All right, so I'm gonna take this foot here, the back foot. I'm gonna grab it and I'm gonna make it up in the air, and I'm gonna rotate with the toe backwards. Let's get rid of Option R, rid of the heel rotation there. So that looks pretty good so far. Let's go ahead and take this foot, grab that. Okay, and I'm going to make the hip box a little bit higher here. Let's go and get the hands. Let's get up in the air. You know what? I should probably, let's go get the feet as well and lift the whole thing up a little bit. Okay, this guy's really going to be running, all right? So it depends on how your character is running, obviously. That is how big your strides are going to be. I want to, first I'm going to rotate this because we always are leaning forward when we're running. I'm going to get this hand, bring it up in the air, rotate that hand up, and get it a little bit more that way. And then here I'm going to get the back hand, grab that. Oh, my elbow's not bending the right way. Okay, so let's start taking care of that. RX, right, there we go. And let's take care of the other side here. I'm gonna RX that just a little bit and get it closer down to the body. Okay, how's that look so far? Okay. That actually looks okay. Let's look at it from the front view. Yeah, not too bad. I like how the leg is actually coming down in front. That looks good. I might want to take care of this a little bit. Bring that down a little bit there. Let's check this one really quick from the front view. Yeah, something like that. All right, so this guy's running a full sprint. All right. So now that's my starting keyframe for my run cycle. Now, if I select all, and I can, I don't want to have my root selected here. Now notice what it's done up here in my NLA editor. It's kept my walk, but it's created a second rig action, another one called 002, and it's placed that there. Now, my walk cycle is not going to work now that I have keyframes in my timeline, in my dope sheet here. So I'm going to continue on and creating just like I did my run cycle. Pretty simple. I'm going to speed through this. I'm going to speed it up so that you don't have to spend so much time, but it's the exact same process. So now that you've got your basic pose, let's go ahead and we're going to copy, paste opposite at 10, paste at 20. Okay, and then do your in-betweens at 5 and 15. All right, ready, go. Now what you'll see is in the pose library, you will have your list of actions, and your newest action, which would be ring action, either 001 or 002. Choose that one and then load the poses, and then we can start renaming things. So we'll rename the name of this, which is run action, and then we can change the names of the poses. So frame 0 pose would be left forward. And then the frame 4 pose was the pre-contact. So let's call it left pre-contact. The frame 5 pose was the left contact. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, right pass. Right pass. And then frame 10 is going to be right forward. Frame 14 was that right pre-contact. And 15 would then be the left pass. And remember, frame 20 is the same as frame 0, so we can get rid of that one. So the project is to create a walk, a run, and a secondary action. And if I want, I can mix those up. So I can either have a run first, then a walk, then an action, or I can have a walk, then an action, then a run. However you want to create those three pieces or those three elements, however you want to put them together is up to you. So say I want to start creating my timeline now. I'm going to maybe I want to start standing, right? So I'm going to now go ahead and select all and get it back to my original pose. So I'll do an Option R, Option G, Option S. Okay, that gets me back to my original pose. And I want to start with my character standing, so I'm going to select my hand here, turn on the X-axis mirror, go to front view, grab, and bring it down. Okay. All right, and we'll rotate that, get the hands down, and probably want to take care of the elbows as well. Give them, you know, a keyframe here that, so RX, I probably want to just get them turned. Yeah, hopefully we're about in the right spot here. Yeah, something like that. All right. Gosh, I keep right-clicking. Old habits die hard. All right, so standing still. I'm going to bring these up just a little bit. Kind of get the elbows bent. Okay, great. Perfect. Okay, standing still. And now I want to start adding my keyframes, right? So I'm going to select all. And I'd like to put, say, oh, it didn't like what I did there. Okay, so I didn't add a keyframe for my other hand. Oh, super weird. Let's just go ahead and grab it and put it down. Okay, let's take off our X-axis and grab that, bring it down. A little bit of a bend and rotate. Maybe a little bit out. Okay, all right. So let's see what we got. Yeah, perfect now. All right, let's go ahead and start adding some of our keyframes now. If I go to just say, I'm going to, for example, just put it on 5. If I choose my left foot forward, it's only going to put in the keyframe for the bone that I have selected. So I want to make sure that all of them are selected. And I want to select my left foot forward. Actually, you know what? I'm going to show you how to do this right. You want to pass first. So when you're standing still, you need to actually take a pass and then adjust it later. So you're going to take a pass, either right or left, and then you're going to go to the front foot forward. So let's do the right foot pass on this one. And I'm going to use this little guy here. Apply pose library pose. If I click on this little icon, it should place my past keyframes in keyframe or in frame 5, and there it is. Okay, and then say I move to frame 10 and I want that to be, let's see, this is my right foot, so I want my right foot forward next, so I will add my right foot forward. So you now are building. Now don't worry about what it looks like sliding yet. All right, I'm gonna have to fix that elbow later. But you're basically just building your keyframes now to create the run, walk, and action, you know, whatever action, secondary action you're going to be doing.